Hello YouTube, this is DarkGod633, and today I'm bringing you a review of the Transformers Generations Voyager class Blitzwing. I don't even know where to start with this figure. It's got so many design flaws that makes the figure a lot more disappointing than it needed to be. I'm happy that they did at least make a Blitzwing, and I'm glad that I picked it up. The only problem is that transformation is extremely difficult for him, and it's kind of a pain. Basically, his articulation otherwise, as you can see there, this peg is actually supposed to peg into this, what's it called, this piece here is supposed to actually peg into a little piece that's in there. But the way that they designed it, it doesn't really work all that well, so it just flops around and doesn't stay in place. He's got a single knee joint, but it goes to a 90-degree angle, so you can pivot a little. His head is on a ball joint, which allows him, well, not really a ball joint, it's like a swivel, actually. Turns around 360. Then, you can kind of move the arm like that, but it's mostly just due to transformation. It's got a full-on swivel on the elbow, and it's got a full-on 90-degree elbow joint. His hands don't have any joints, and he has no waist articulation. His hips fully articulated as well, which you can do some poses with him, but not overall too much. One of the problems that he has, another problem should I say he has, is that the gun here, the way that it's molded, it does similar to what it does for G1 Optimus, where it only fits in ever so slightly enough that allows you to hold it on, but it doesn't hold on to it very well, and it pops out from time to time. So let's remove the weapons. And the other gimmick he has in its room mode is either you can actually, it has one of these, it's not spring-loaded missiles, but you kind of, it's one of those push missiles where you pull down the cannon and then the missile fires. Like that. I try not to activate the missile on camera because I know it's going to start flying across the room. Let's remove the missile for now. And the other gimmick he has in robo mode, just like the anime version, he actually has 3 heads. One, it's its normal standard head mode. When you push it down, you can access the other 2 heads. One being the smart head that you remember, if people remember from animated. And then the crazy face. So it's interesting that they added this, but I can see why some people are kind of annoyed that they added it in, just because it was kind of an unneeded feature. But I guess it's cool that it gives them more ways that you can play around with it. Anyways, to go into the transformation, I will transform this to jet mode because it'll be easier to transfer it back to what's it called, tank mode after that. Basically, what you do is push in the head. It's on a spring-loaded joint there. Then this slides into this really rubbery plastic nose cone, which causes some stress marks on the actual connection piece here that's in the nose cone. Let's see. Let's get this in. It's a little difficult. I will push it down to make it easier since I'm putting it into jet mode. Let's see, I'll slide this piece in. Sometimes you kind of have to fiddle around with it in order for it to actually function properly. Kind of just force slides in, so it just pegs in like that. Now what you have to do on this really scary tight joint here, kind of have to make sure it unpegs there, and you push it down all the way so that it goes down to the bottom like this. Now what you do is pull up the hands all the way, turn them sideways like this, make sure that these panels are out, then push down this entire arm piece here on both sides. Don't forget to close the hands as well. Now what you do is turn these panels around so that they're facing down. And they just peg into the little holes that are on here. For some people, it doesn't peg in very well, but mine actually pegs in pretty good, which is one good thing, at least about my copy of the figure. Now you turn these entire pieces here, like this. What you're going to have to do is turn them around so that the treads are facing inward. Pull out the wings, like this. These little panels that are inside here, turn them so that they cover up the tiny gaps there. Let's peg these back in since they popped out here. Now you close up the feet, like that. Turn them sideways so that the back fins are actually facing outward like this. Now what you're going to have to do is push these treads in on both sides. And then this little purple peg piece here, this little purple peg piece here, is going to slide into a slot that's in there. Do that to both sides. It's going to get really tricky, and the way that it's molded, it's made of a really hard plastic. It's possible you might snap it if you're not careful. Sometimes it doesn't fit all too well. And there you pretty much have it in its jet mode. Jet mode is okay. There's a lot of empty gaps, especially at the bottom here. The way that the cannon is molded. I mean, it's a transformation, just saying on the molding. It doesn't really fit in very well. Oh yeah, that's right. These pegs here peg into a little hole that's on the bottom of each purple piece here. What they're supposed to do is stay in place when you plug it in, but everything is not aligned too well in this figure, so it doesn't really allow it to stay in all too well, which is a major design flaw. As you can see, I'm already struggling the transformation of this figure, and it is quite difficult, and I don't understand what some of these choices of pegging systems and so on that they added to this figure. It just baffles me what they were trying to do with this. They're pretty much fully in its jet mode. He's got some, he's got one landing gear on the front here. And as you can see, it already popped out, so that's pretty much all you get for his jet mode. You can plug in this here, the gun. It kind of looks like that. Or if you want to do something really weird, just plug in the sword. And then you plug in that. But it's going to look weird since this thing is kind of hovering over the cockpit, so don't see how that's going to be really good, though. Anyways, to transfer it into tank mode, all you need to do is pull down these panels here, turn these around so that they're facing forward instead of down this time. So it looks like that. Turn this entire tank piece so that it closes in like this. As you can see, the tank is, sorry, the cannon is now turned all the way up here. So then you have the top of the tank mode. Next, what you do is pull these pieces outward so they extend out. Push back the nose cone. Pull out the treads as far as you can. Like that. And go in, and then you're going to pull out a set of treads like that. Close it down so that they peg... Oh, sorry. Now what you gotta do is turn them all the way around so that now it faces a little hole that's right there that this will peg into. And to finish that off, all you need to do is push back the panel here and push the fin all the way down. You do the same for the other side. Peg it down like that, and you push this down too. See, the tank mode's almost fully complete. Turn these around and just kind of... I don't really know the full way to actually transform this part. What I like to do is turn them so they're around here so they're out of the way. Peg these back since they keep popping out. And now, just like before, except this time, what you're going to have to do is using the same point there, you're going to peg this into there on both sides. And once that's done, you have Blitzwing in his tank mode. His tank mode's actually the better of the three modes because it allows you to have full turn movement, which is good because a lot of other tanks don't have that for some reason when they decide tank transformers. Because the way that they make it so that actually becomes a part of like a body piece or an arm or something. So it doesn't allow you to turn around. So that's good that they at least allow that. It still has the mechanism allows you to shoot the missile. What you can also do is plug in the weapons on the side. So it looks something like this. So yeah, the tank mode personally is the best of the three modes. It's got plastic wheels on the top, and that popped out, sorry about that. Bottom. Allows you to kind of move it, but not by much. So that's pretty much it for tank mode. To transform it back to robot mode, all you need to do is pull down these panels, the legs here, push them back in. Pull up the pieces, the back fins here. Unpick the treads. Push the tread pieces back in. Sorry if a lot of this didn't get on camera. It's just really hard to transform this guy. And then you just kind of peg them in like that. Turn the legs around. Turn the feet like this. Open them up. And you could just turn these panels whichever way you want to get them out of the way. Let's see. Pull this out again since it's forced back earlier. Now what you have to do is pull up this piece here. First, let's peg the arms here. I'm going to use that same joint and turn around upward that it looks like that. Turn the arms so that they're facing forward. Pull them down, both sides. Pull up this entire piece here so that the arms are facing down again. Turn this around. Close up these panels so that the hands are now revealed again. Try to peg these back in, which, as I mentioned earlier, won't really work too well, but let's see how much we can do here. To finish out the transformation, push this up and then it'll go into the cavity back there. Head's no longer, for some reason the spring's not popping out like normal, so there you have Blitzwing back in his robot mode. As you can see, the design choices for this figure is by far not the best. Panels don't fit in properly, and a lot of pieces are hard to move and to peg in. I am extremely disappointed in this figure. It could have been a lot better. So if you find them in the store, I say if you only really care about Blitzwing, pick it up. Otherwise, it's definitely a skip. Anyways, please comment, rate, subscribe, check out Toka News, Hirotaku, Rajio, Nihon, and the other channels down below, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye.